Ali Velshi hits the nail on the head on this one. Everybody, they're trying to hold back on this, the select committee. They're trying to make it into something, or talking about Republicans, that is something that is partisan, that's something that shouldn't be done. Or maybe if they go through with this, it's actually going to hurt the Democrats. As was shown with the impeachment, it didn't hurt the Democrats. And as Ali Velshi points out very aptly, we have to start disregarding those who are constantly wrong and simply do what is right. I want you to take a look at this, and then we'll take it on the other side.
Tonight we begin with a lesson. It's a lesson 2 years in the making, and it should be a guide to Democrats as they work to uncover the truth about the Capitol insurrection. The White House announced today that Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky will meet with President Biden at the White House on August the 30th. The announcement comes almost exactly 2 years after Donald Trump threatened President Zelensky during a phone call in an effort to sabotage then-candidate Joe Biden. As more details emerged, it became clear that Trump needed to be held accountable for his abuse of power. And it seems obvious now, but at the time, a common refrain from political pundits was that holding Trump accountable would be electoral death. The Democrats would give fuel to Trump's base and hand him his re-election win on a silver platter. In that critical moment, Democrats did the right thing, opening an impeachment inquiry and exposing the breadth of Trump's Ukraine scheme. Trump was soon impeached for the first time, and Congressman Adam Schiff made his case soon after for the Senate to convict the former president. Trump, of course, was not convicted, and Trump, of course, did it again. He tried to cheat after he lost. He spewed lies for months, demanded fake audits, and incited the anger that led to the Capitol insurrection and a second Trump impeachment. Today's announcement that President Biden will meet with President Zelensky is a win for the Democrats who investigated and impeached Donald Trump. It's one of the end results of ignoring the pundits and doing the right thing. The Ukrainian leader isn't meeting with an American president who wants to undermine our democratic institutions. He'll be meeting with an American president who wants to strengthen international relations and confront common enemies. Democrats did the right thing and were rewarded for it. Investigating Trump did not hurt their electoral chances. Neither did impeaching Trump. And now here's the lesson. Democrats should take the same approach to investigating the Capitol insurrection. House Republican leader Kevin McCarthy, a possible witness in the investigation, wants to undermine the January 6th Select Committee. He picked unserious, undemocratic Republicans who should have been rejected from the committee. And then, when Speaker Pelosi followed through and rejected some of them, Kevin McCarthy pulled all of his picks from the process. Pundits and reporters might cast these developments in terms of winners or losers, or optics. The lesson: Democrats should ignore that trash. This is about democracy. This is about a serious, thoughtful investigation of a serious domestic terror incident. Kevin McCarthy doesn't win because Speaker Pelosi looks partisan. That's not how it works. The news media should know better than that, and Democrats must ignore anything that harkens back to the doubters of the first impeachment investigation. The same people who were wrong then are wrong now, and it seems Speaker Pelosi, for one, might already know this lesson.
Yeah, the same people that were wrong then are wrong now. But I tell you what, the importance of the type of journalism that we get from guys like Ali Velshi and a few others is that they don't stick with the standard message, the message of the day. You hear Fox News decide what the message of the day is going to be, and all the reporters, even those that purport to be MSM, mainstream media, purport to be somehow progressive or better or more fact-based, they jump on the same bandwagon and start following the same kind of news coverage, and they follow the same narratives and ask the same questions, the silly questions. Do you think the Americans are going to have you pay for doing this or have you pay for doing that? You're asking them to wear a mask again even though they've been vaccines. Well, you do what you have to do. You do what you have to do. They are asking you, should you really impeach the president that will infuriate some people in the country? Well, he did what's wrong. Should we really go ahead and find out what happened on January 6th? Of course we should. Irrespective of what happened, we need to know what the truth is. And for reporters to put into the minds of politicians, well, Americans may not want to be worried about that. They only care about infrastructure. No, we can chew gum and walk at the same time. But above and beyond that, the only way to prevent these things from occurring again is to exactly do what Nancy Pelosi and the Democrats are doing. Investigate, figure it out, and assign blame where it's due. And once that's done, America will come along. For too long, the mainstream media has not been trying to cater to the people. They have been inducing they've been dumbifying the Americans. They've been dumbifying citizens, and in doing so, we've been on a decline of information. Where, as opposed to getting full information, we start getting them in sound bites, etc., etc., etc. Good job, Ali Velshi. We spend a lot of time deconstructing the news, trying to parse it into a form that everybody can understand. We try to find those little nitpicks where it flies above the fray, etc. If you really like these videos that we do, I want to ask a big favor. Please go ahead, number one, subscribe to our channel, and number two, please join if you can. Thank you so kindly for watching. Keep watching. Please remember to share. We must populate the entire internet with our progressive message, a message that we know is what most Americans say that they want. So help us, please join.